I need to be able to see. But that's the door. Why do you got that door there? This is Whiskey Romeo Zulu Lima 701. Less than 3 minutes until this week's Highlands County GMRS net. Hope to hear you there. Fluffy, what are you doing? Are you going to participate in this evening's net, Fluffy? Two minutes. WRUB 513. This is Whiskey Romeo Zulu Lima 701. Oh, I'm just killing time trying to hold that channel down just in case there's any random activity.
Oh, well, unfortunately, the other guys, I don't think that they know that's happening. I think that we're the only ones that it's really affecting tremendously.
10-4. We've got a minute to go until the weekly Tuesday Highlands County GMRS net tongue twister event.
Very good. Yeah, we'll pass it over to you, and you can go ahead and start when you are ready, sir. And WRUB 513, standing by. WRDA 555, short time. Good evening, guys. Hope everybody's having a good evening. WRDA 555.
Thank you for the early check-in and the short on time check-in. Let me just see if we can catch you real quick. You said Whiskey Romeo Doolittle Alchemy 555.
Yeah, that's triple nickel.
Oh, 10-4. Thank you for checking in, sir. Yeah, different.
Nice. 10-4. Yeah, I don't know why. All right. Well, have a good evening, you guys. Have a good check-in there. WRDA 555. I'll take it.
Up, and that was our first check-in. It is 7:30. Thank you, WRDA 555 Triple Nickel, for being our first and short on time check-in. Good evening, everyone else. My name is Mike, and I'm located in the Little Mexico neighborhood of Avon Park. This is our weekly Highlands County GMRS net. We meet each Tuesday evening at 7:30 p.m. here on the Sebring 675 repeater. This repeater is located just off Highway 66, a few miles west of Highway 7, and requires a tone of 100 hertz. More info can be found on our Facebook group. My name is Mike, and my call sign is Whiskey Romeo Zulu Lima 701, and I'll be your host for this evening's net. This is an informal net. Although this net can change to be whatever format that the host would like it to be. That's as far as I understand it. But it's typically an informal net. But I'm going to go ahead and ask anybody that'd like to do short on time check-ins to go ahead now and check in. Please do so slowly.
WRUY 202, Danny Bobo here, make classes.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Did you say WRUY 202?
Yes, sir. WRUY 202. That's it. Down on here at Tower Street, heading towards 27 here towards Wawa.
Oh, 10-4, you're on the go. And I forgot to throw in the question of the net for this net. What are people doing with their tomatoes? For example, I would like to make some gazpacho, which is a cold tomato soup. Anybody else? Favorite things to do with tomatoes? What are you doing with tomatoes? Normal and not normal? Short on time.
Tomatoes, I'm allergic to raw tomatoes, so I eat them sauce. I like these WRUY 202.
Oh, 10-4. That's interesting to know. I don't think I've heard of anybody being allergic to raw tomatoes. Thank you for responding there, Mr. Dan. Good to hear from you. Drive safely. Anyone else that's short on time, please feel free to check in now. All right. Sounds like we don't have any more short on time check-ins. Is there anybody else within the sound of my voice that would like to check in to the Highlands County GMRS net?
USCI 828. Tom, Sebring. No traffic, back to the net.
Thank you for your response, Tom. Can you do me a favor and give me the letters on your call sign again, please?
Whiskey, Sierra, Echo, Ida, 828. WSEI 828.
Yeah.
No traffic, back to the net.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. Once again, if anybody would like to answer the question of the week, it's what like about tomatoes. We've got cooked tomatoes, and I'm dreaming about making this. Anybody else would like to check into the net? Please feel free to do so now.
Gravy. USD on 282. Got LA Plaza. Well, mate. Making us up.
Uh-oh, I got one vote for gravy and one vote for sauce. Uh-oh. So we went from Tom and Sebring 828. That's Tommy, and then we've got all I heard was what sounded like 282 and that you wanted to make sauce. So if you could throw your sure I've got you're coming in kind of chunky, so I'm sure I'll your I know 282 sounds awful familiar. Anybody else that would like to check into the net this evening, please feel free to do so now. We've got 4 people so far. Let's get a couple more people. We got an average of 7. Let's get 3 more.
And good evening from Whiskey Romeo Victor Kilo 578. Roger in Bowling Green. Whiskey Sierra Papa from 289, Kevin from Lake Wells, and I would have to throw my vote towards gravy.
Okay, that's I like where this is going. We got 2 for gravy, 1 for sauce. Looks like gravy wins so far. So let me go back, and I've got WS. Didn't hear the other part. 812 in Lake Placid, sir. You
WF 812. Tomato sandwich. Play.
all right? 812. Order of tomato. You'd like it 1 order of tomato sandwiches. I'm not sure who was clocking in there. If that's a new person, please try to send your call sign in now.
Relay.
Okay, what are we relaying?
112. WF 812. Lake Placid.
All right. WRVK 578 Roger. Would you like to add anything to the net?
Good evening, everyone, and Mike, thanks for taking the net. Yep. As far as tomatoes are concerned, my favorite thing to do with them is make chili. But of course, I always do things like tomatoes in the salad and sliced tomatoes on the hamburger, but the thing that comes to mind is chili. And let's see, there was something I was going to say and I forgot what it was. Oh well, it must have been a lot. Everyone, have a good evening. WRBK 570.
1, 2, 1.
Relay.
Sir, this is a germ net. I don't understand what relay means. If that has something specific, please let me know what you would like relayed and to who, if that's what you mean.
Station you couldn't make out his call sign from Lake Placid. I believe it was WSEN 282. Todd, Junior, Lake Placid. No traffic.
10-4. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Now I understand what you're saying, and I've got that call sign. WSEN 282. Thank you for clearing that up for me. And now let's move on. Thank you, Tom. Let's move on to 289 in Lake Wales, if you can still hear me. Lake Wales, are you there?
Lake Wales, yeah.
All right, sir. Do you have anything you'd like to add to the net?
I think my love towards tomato gravy. I don't know if you got that or not.
I did. You're standing firm with Tommy. That is gravy, and that's 2-1. So that looks like gravy it is for now.
I mean, before you leave.
Come back. Go ahead, Tommy.
I didn't catch his call sign, but I thought I heard George. Is that George? WSCI 812.
Sir, Dave and a George in Maranatha Village, who I haven't heard from in a while.
With a question.
513. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Just wanted to make sure that you get Whiskey, Sierra, Go, Uniform, 812, Kent in Lake Placid. Did you get him checked in?
Did. The only thing I was lacking was the G. I thought it was a D. Thank you, Sean. I think we're ready to move on. So now it's actually your turn to officially check in, Mr. W. Rub 513. Anybody else would like to check in? Please feel free to do so now. Hey, Sean, are you still there? It's your turn to check in and make commentary.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought you were calling for other station. And Kent, there's your thank you there. And no problem. All right, so this is Whiskey Romeo Uniform Bravo 513, Sean and Sebring. And I do have, by way of relay, prepare to copy this call. It is Whiskey Romeo Uniform Alpha 546. John in Lake Placid. So, I told him that I would check him in via relay if I didn't hear him. So, there you have it. But I don't have too much going on here. Just trying to hex edit a program. And seems like I just have to change one number. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it jumped on me. Now I have to reinstall the entire program and try it all over again. Yay me. I'd like to say good evening to everyone, and glad to hear everyone out there on the net this evening. It's Mike. Thank you so much for being our host. And with that, WRUB 513, back to net control.
All right. Thank you for checking in once again, Sean. Going to give out I haven't heard, that hasn't been heard or represented this evening. Please feel free to do so now.
Net control, can you please check in WSAV 90? Damon, Okeechobee, WSAV 960.
All right, Damon, that's WSAV 960, Damon in Okeechobee.
Whiskey, Sierra, Alpha, Zulu, 960.
Z. All right, thank you. Whiskey, Sierra, Alpha, Zulu 960, Damon in Okeechobee. Thank you for checking in with the net, sir. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, about the tomatoes, I actually don't cook with them much, but I do enjoy them on any kind of burger or chicken sandwich.
10-4. That's a good answer. All good answers this evening. Is there anyone else who'd like to check into the net before I wrap it up for the evening? Yeah, that was all very staticky. If you'd like to come back one more time.
It seems like he's really getting knocked out for the Barnett. Create interference. Okay. Seems like they're gonna. No, there they go again. Do you want me to? Go ahead, Mike. Do what you like to, but that you hear in the background, that's our neck going.
Into the SARnet. I've never heard this happen before. Is that what you're saying?
This is what is creating the interference whenever they decide to key up 100 and some odd repeaters throughout the state.
Oh, okay. Well, if we don't have any more check-ins, one last call for one final check-in, and then I'll be shutting her down. I didn't hear anybody, so it looks like, excluding myself, we've got 10 people who've checked in for the net this week. I'd like to thank you all for checking in. We look forward to bringing you multiple nets, hopefully in the future, if we can get enough volunteer activity going on, and then we can provide an emergency model net and a social welfare net and whatever it is that people would like to do. So thank you all for being here, and I hope to hear from you again. My name is Mike, and I live in the Little Mexico neighborhood of Avon Park. That's Whiskey Romeo Zulu Lima 701 73 and 107.
And again, for those of you that may not have heard all that transmission, except for towards the end, because somebody is deciding to nefariously keep up the repeater causing us interference. Yeah. And boys don't play with that either. They tell which side it's coming from. But anyway, this is WRUB 513. I would like to thank everyone who participated in the net this evening, even though we had some interference there. And that hopefully will be taken care of here within the next couple of weeks. Replacing that duplex there. Yeah. Can't go with me. I can still get in.